फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो हमारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asks you live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. So one by one we are now marching towards our own self. In Kathopanishad there is one mantra, इंद्रियेभ्यः परायर्था अर्थेभ्यश्च परम मनः, मनसस्तु परा बुद्धि, बुद्धिर आत्मा महान परः, महतः परम अव्यक्तम, अव्यक्तात् पुरुष परः, पुरुषान्न परम किंचित सा काष्ठा सा परागति. This thought you can see here. As compared to the sense organs, their tanmatras are subtler. So here the word para indicates three things. Para means cause, para means subtler, para means closer. Three things. So as compared to the sense organs, the tanmatras of which the sense organs are made, they are closer. As compared to tanmatras, the mind is closer. As compared to mind, individual intellect is closer. As compared to individual intellect, the Mahat Tattva, totality is closer. As compared to totality, manifest is the Avyakta. And as compared to Avyakta, the Paramatma is closer than the closest. This is the ladder. This is what is said here. First it was said that is there something subtler than the chitta? Yes. What is that? Dhyana. Therefore, sayo dhyanam brahmetyupaste, yavat dhyanasya gatam tatras gati जो है गतम तत्रा से यथा कामचारो भवति यो ध्यानम ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते अस्ति भगवो ध्यानात् भूय इति ध्यानादेव भूयो अस्ति इति तन्मे भगवान ब्रवीति इति. Now, so if subtler than the chitta is the dhyana, then do the upasana, that dhyana is the Brahman. Then what will happen? Yatha kamacharo bhavati. Whatever you are wanting to get out of this thing, then you will reach the destination which your dhyana has fixed. This is very important point. What importance we give to, on that our dhyana goes. Suppose we have given importance to silence. We'll stop there only. But the truth is beyond silence and noise. We get obsessed. We see those who are obsessed with anything. They are very sincere. Some people are obsessed with cleanliness. Little bit here they see, they get disturbed. Some people are obsessed with silence. Little bit more noise, children are playing, they become disturbed. So by the dhyana, we reach the same destination which we have fixed. And what we fix, whatever is important, valuable for us. Therefore, such people are able to achieve great, but only in the limit of their own ambitions. See, some people are happy with साध्या भातावर फोडणीचं वरण, फोडणीच्या भातावर साधं वरण. They will never come out of Sadashiv Pet. Will remain there only. They can't go beyond it. Therefore, tatra asya yatha kamacharo bhavati. So, yo dhyanam brahmetyupaste. Therefore, dhyana, we must know what importance we give to Continuing further, Vijnanam vava dhyanat bhuyo. Now, in comparison to the dhyana, Vijnana is superior and closer. Vijnanena va Rigvedam Vijanati, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvanam. So, by the Vijnana only, you know the various things what you have studied. The whole list is given there. So, by dhyana, yes, I must study. Okay, but now study. Only by saying or thinking, nothing will happen. Therefore, Vijnana is subtler than converting the dhyana into the knowledge. So, by this only, Vakyam, Akayanam, then Deva Vidya, Brahma Vidya, Bhuta Vidya, Nakshatra Vidya, all these dharma, adharma, anutam, everything is Vijnana eva vijanati, Vijnanam upasvati. Therefore, you have to do the upasana of the Vijnanam. Now, what is the Vijnana upasana? Here the teacher says, Yo sayo Vijnanam Brahmetyupaste, Vijnanamato vaisa, Lokan Ajnanavata abhisidhyati, Yavad Vijnanasya gatam tatrasya yatha kamacharo bhavati, Yo Vijnanam Brahma upaste asti bhago Vijnanad bhuya iti, Vijnanad vaya bhuyo asti tanme bravimi. So, it is said now, Vijnan is the Brahman. In this way, when somebody does the upasana, so he will be reaching the abode of the Vijnana, and where the Vijnana is ultimate, only up to there he can do. Therefore, he is limiting himself only to Vijnana. So, such people are very sincere, studious, they study a lot, they know so many things, but they are not able to get out of it. One example I'll tell you. There is one lady, now I don't know where is she. She was, at 12th standard she passed. Now she must be very old. And extremely intelligent. Young girl. She knew so many things that she was a problem for anybody. Net result was, she has to have good boyfriends, go with him for. But when she used to propose for the marriage, they say, no, we'll be friend only. So this happened 2, 3, 4 times. Then her father told me, Swami, what to do? Please tell. I said, I'll tell you truth. Yes, I am also afraid of her. If she asks me to marry, I will say no. Why? I said, let her talk to me. So she spoke to me. I said, do you know why I'm afraid of you? You know so much that a word I utter, anaconda, you will give me lecture on anaconda for 3 hours. And I will feel myself lost. Come on, I don't know anything here. She knows so many things. Then I say about investment. Then the moment I say investment, you will start another lecture on investment. Any topic you say in the world, you are so well informed. So I feel very little before you. Therefore, I cannot have you as my wife. Because Vijnana, they are too much well informed. That becomes a problem for them. Therefore, they go only up to there, they cannot go beyond that. Therefore, is there something superior to Vijnana? Yes. Balam bhava Vijnanat bhuyopi. Ha shatam Vijnanavatam eko balavan kampayati. Bala is the strength. The strength is more superior than only the knowledge, because there are 100 people knowing so many things, but one strong man comes and gives, nobody can do anything to him. And therefore, sa yada bali bhavati athau tatha bhavati uttishtada parichita bhavati. And when a strong person comes around, all of them get up, bhaiya, let's get up, give him respect. Therefore, bala, the strength is very powerful and superior. Therefore, upasidan drashta bhavati, shrota bhavati, manta bhavati, and he alone becomes everything. And therefore, by the strength of bala only, the earth is sustaining herself, and all the animals, everything, they are surviving in the world. Those which are weak, they are perish. In this manner, one should do the upasana of the bala, the strength. So, then Yova balam brahma iti upaste, yavar balasya gatam tatrasya yatha kamacharo bhavati. So he who does the upasana of the bala, he will reach only up to the place where the strength is the criteria of survival. And therefore, Balat bhuyaha, is there something more important than the bala? Yes, there is something. Now what is that? See, annam vava balat bhuyaha. If you don't eat food, your all strength goes away. Therefore, anna, the food is more powerful than the strength. Dasharatri anashnan yadi jivet, if somebody has not taken food for 10 days, and if he is asked to do something, he will not be able to do because he has not taken food. Therefore, he is no more a drashta, no more shrota, no manta, no nothing. He cannot do anything because he has no strength, he has not taken food. And therefore, the food or the anna is superior than only the bala, the strength. Here, one principle I like, which I follow myself, and also very simple to follow. Keep the stomach full, head empty. Many people who do too much of upvas, they don't eat and then become cranky. Whole day goes only in that, Mangal is a Som, then thereafter Budvar and Ekadashi, and Ram Ram. There is no other theme other than food, food, food. Therefore, eat sufficiently what is required and keep yourself doing whatever you are doing. But instead of that, we get lost only in the observing fast. And then it becomes a prestige. You must have seen, there are many Mahatmas. They come on the TV, etc. This Mahatma, he has not taken food for last 21 days. 21 days? So I go and ask, Maharaj, other people can go away. Maharaj, how can you remain without food for 21 days? I cannot remain even for 21 hours. I want food. How do you do that? I eat at night. Therefore, 21 days. Don't get carried away by all that thing. Therefore, the Annam is the supreme most. So, do the upasana of the Anna as the Brahman. Then, if we are doing upasana of the Brahman, there is one tradition. If any Atithi person comes to our place, it is obligation on the part of the Grihastha that he should be given food. I don't know to what extent I am telling is right or wrong, but this is what my feeling is. In 1860, 1840, 1880, there was no concept of hotels. So people going to a new place, suppose a Brahmin goes there, then he will go to that new village or town and say, is there any house of Brahmin? Then he will say, I am so, this is my Gotra, this is my Pravara, everything they will take. And then he will be taking food there. So how will he survive? Therefore, Atithi Devo Bhava. Now, after 1905, 1903, 1904, or even more than that, after 1920 or so, then the hotel industry has come up. Now, earlier food selling was considered as sin. Now, the food selling has become a business. They continue further. Up to 1975, there was no concept of bottled water. See? We could not imagine that water will be bottled and sold. But today, it's a fact. So, how the things keep on changing. And therefore, Anna is the Brahman. So if we can help somebody getting food, etc., it is good. That is why Atithi Devo Bhava, etc. come. Yo annam brahmetyupasate annavato savai lokan panavataha avisidyati yavat annasya gatam tatrasya yatha kamacharo bhavati yo annam brahmeti upaste iti. Therefore, he who is thus doing the upasana of the annam, then as the Brahman, then he will be able to help other people, and wherever there is plenty of food, there he will be going, and he will never suffer from anything. Is there something more than annam? Yes, there is something. What is that? That is apova annad bhuyaha. The water is superior and closer than the annam, because if there is no rains, the anna cannot grow, and then the people are worried. Kaniyo bhavishyati iti, how we will survive? And in this manner, they are all the time thinking. When there is a lot of rains, they say now ime murta yem prithvi antariksham. So everything is supported by this water, and therefore all the birds, everything will be truna. The grass, etc., will grow, and all the people will be able to survive. And therefore, water is superior than that. You do the upasana. So, yo apo brahma iti upaste. Now, see, we are going slowly, slowly. We have left the uh, our personal things, mind, etc. Now we have come to the Srishti, Karanatmika. So now we have come at the level of the Pancha Mahabhutas. So first of all, we are telling Anna, Prithvi, then Apa, then Teja, then Vayu, and then air, and then the space. See how slowly we are migrating. So Brahmaitupaste apnoti sarvan kamans truptiman bhavati. He will be always fulfilled in their life because of the food, etc. He has no problem. Therefore, he one should do the upasana of the food as the no, water as the Brahman. Switch on the lights, man. I am not able to see whether you are listening or sleeping. So in the darkness, your clothes are dark also. So Brahmi Bhagavad Adhya Bhuya Mahabhuya. So you do the upasana of the water as the Brahman. Thereafter, I am going to this fast because the main topic is yet to come. Then Tejo Vava Adhya Bhuya. Then as compared to the waters, Jala Tattva, the Teja Tattva is superior and better. So do the upasana of the Teja. See, like we have done upasana of the Prithvi Anna, then Jala, then Agni, then Vayu, and then Akash. So slowly, slowly, we are discarding one by one. I'll tell you how we discard in a simple technique after it comes. So, Tejo Vava Adbhya Bhuya Tasmad Etad Vayu Vayu Agruhya Akasham Abhitapati. Because of the tej only, the waters are heated, and the heated waters go in the up, and then from there they cool down and the rains fall. Is because of the tej only, the heat only, and therefore the heat is to be taken as the Brahman is more permeating. Now here the important point. Brahma means what? Bruhatwas Brahma. Good thought, be attentive. Colors form many. For the many colors and forms, vision is the Brahman. It permeates in all colors and forms without getting influenced by anyone. Then all sense organs and organs of action, they are permeated by the mind. So mind is the Brahman for all the faculties. Then the I factor is the Brahman and mind is its instrument. So the I permeates all the things in the mind, raga, dvesha, etc. Then Chetana is the Brahman which is supporting the I factor, whether manifest or unmanifest. It makes no difference to the Chetana. Therefore, Chetana is the Brahman for the I. And Chetana is the manifestation of the consciousness, Chaitanya. Therefore, Chaitanya is the Brahman for the total life on the planet. See? Permeating. Now, how the vision is permeating in and through all the objects, colors and forms, supporting everything, rejecting nothing, and not getting influenced by anything. Presence or absence of things do not influence the vision. If more things are added, there is no burden on the vision. If things are removed, there is no loss. This is our divine nature. Waking and dream are the experiences where we have everything. I have this, I have that. This is bhavatmak, of the nature of having something. And deep sleep samadhi, I have nothing. So, waking and dream do not add anything to me. And deep sleep and samadhi, I don't lose anything. Mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha. I alone support smriti, dream, jnanam, waking, apohanam, deep sleep, and chakara, samadhi. So I, the Brahman, the reality, is permeating in and through. Upasita. Be aware of your own being. When you stand in front of the mirror, do this experiment. When you are looking into the mirror at your reflection, your focal length will be different. Then you look at the surface of the mirror, your focal length will be different, and the reflection will become secondary, will become hazy. In the same manner, when we look at the world, our understanding is different. But when the same eyes start looking at themselves, everything disappears. Disappears means they are seen, like things are reflected in the mirror. But mirror is not influenced by reflections. Wise man lives in this world in the same manner. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavi. Hold on to that reality. See? So tejo vavadbhya bhuya tasmat etasmat akasha abhitapati. Then again the waters are heated and everything goes up, and in this manner srujate upasveti, do the upasana of the tej. So यहाँ तेजसो ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते तेजस्वी सवै तेजस्वतो लोकान भास्वतो अपहत अपहतम अस्कान अभिसिद्ध्यति यावत् तेजो गतम तत्रास्य यथा कामचारो भवति. So when he is doing the upasana of the tej as the Brahman, then what will happen? He will be Tejaman, Prakashaman. That means he will have various powers in him. All the siddhis will come up, and therefore he will be very much known, and he will be able to move anywhere. Like the light can move anywhere, in the same manner he will be able to achieve something great. Is there something more superior than the tej? Yes, there is. What is that? Akasho vava tejaso bhuyad. Akashe vai surya achandram chandramasau ubhau vidyut kshatrani. See? So Akash is subtler than the fire or the tej, and because of that, the Surya, Chandra, all the planets are moving, and because of the space only we are able to hear, see, and everything is existing in the Akash. Ramate Akashe, Jayate Akash, Abhijayate Akash, Upasveti. Therefore, everything is existing in the space. If there is no space, nothing can happen. I don't know if I told you this example. Yes, I told you probably. You also told. Space cannot be seen. So that which cannot be seen, how can you cover it? When something is covered, it is not seen. Space is not seen. See, like this particular dabbi is on my hand, and it is covered with this tissue paper. And I am searching, where is that, where is that, where is that? So I will remove this cover and this will be seen. Now the space cannot be seen, but it is covered. See how subtle this thought is. So space is what? Formless. It is covered by the forms. So wherever there is a form, there is a space. Without the space, there cannot be any form. Look into your suitcases. There I learned this thing. My learning is very funny. Sometimes we keep on putting the things, and any suitcase you take, it is always small. So we say, hey, there is no space in the suitcase. Then make space. How can we make space? Remove the contents. So when we remove the contents, space is already there. So when we say the space is not there, meaning what? It was covered by the contents. And when you remove the contents, the space is revealed. देखो महाराज, Therefore, this is, one of my book is there, Akash Yoga. In that we have explained there are three types of meditations. One is Bhutakash. Just start playing. Don't be serious. What must be the experience of the space? When something is added, no burden. When something is taken away, no loss. And no impact of the contents. Yes. If this is the experience of the space, what should be our sadhana? Bhutakash sadhana. Worldly things and the contents of this world will be experienced by us, but we will not be influenced by them. Bhutakash. Then come to Chittakash. The content of the mind space is the thoughts. The mind supports all thoughts but doesn't get influenced by anyone. Then we come to Chidakash, conscious space. Supports waker, dreamer, deep sleeper, samadhi, but doesn't get influenced by anything. Therefore, superior than the stages is the space. So, one should do the upasana of the space. Now, after this was said, then Saya Akasham Brahma iti upaste Akashavato savai Lokan Prakashavatah Asambandhan Urugayavataha Abhisiddhati. He who is doing the upasana of the space as a Brahman and does the upasana, then he becomes more expansive and full of knowledge, light, without any difficulty, and he enters the infinite world of existence. In this manner, he who does the upasana of the Akasha, he gets out from the mind, from the small, and enters the expansive. Once I was going from Coimbatore to some other place. On the airport, one Amma came. So many of them came, and she became very emotional and crying. Swami, you are growing. Are you not feeling bad that you are leaving us and growing? I said, no, I'm not feeling bad. Are you stoned? Said, no, I'm a living being. Don't you feel bad that you are leaving our house and going? I said, Mama, you have got to say that this is my house. I always go to my house because I have no house. Now, where I go to next place, it may be somebody else's house. But for me, it is my house. Wherever I am, that is my house. As long as I am there, that's it. Where is the place for getting frustrated in life? Therefore, when you have nothing, you have everything. How simple life becomes. Therefore, possessiveness is to be given up. Now, is there something subtler than the space? Yes. Smaro vava akashat bhuyah tasmad yaddipi bahava asiranna smarantaha naivate kasyana shundurna yuru manvano vijaniran yada vamate smareyu atha. More than the space, subtler is the smarana. Smarana is the remembrance. If we do not see what is happening now, from the gross space, we are now entering the mind space. Smarana, smriti is in the mind. Therefore, in what do you call that place? Hubli, there is one Swami's mutt or ashram, Siddharudha Swami. He lived for 125 years. Pakka Vedanti. And he is worshipped by, the Lingayat of this thing, Lingayat Guru. And very nice. I go there whenever I go to take darshan. So, his story comes. When he was small, 5 years of age, he used to go with his mother for satsang in the temple. And the Panditji who was talking, he used to tell, see, the earth dissolves in the water, and the water dissolves in the fire dissolves in the air dissolves in the space. In this manner, when pralaya comes, everything disappears. Everybody kept quiet. Now this small child asks, where the space disappears? Where the space dissolves? So he said, I cannot tell you. I am not authorized and I do not know. Then you have to go to Sadguru and he will tell you. And that age he leaves home, 5 years. His whole life is so dramatic, And then anyone will come to discover that in deep sleep, where are we? Space. When are we? Time. What are we? Object. Desha, Kala, Vastu. These three factors are the world. So in deep sleep, where are you? I don't know. When are you? Time. I don't know. Who are you? I don't know. Now, where from they come out? The moment mind is projecting time, space, and object, immediately the first thought comes, where I am, I is born. Then where I am, space is born. Now what is the time? Time is born, and whole world comes. Therefore, the whole world goes back to the mind, and whole world comes out of the mind. Like all the waves go back to the ocean, and again new waves come out. This is going incessantly. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed. Every day we are newly born. Again at deep sleep we go back. Therefore our sleep is mini pralaya, a temporary death. And again we come out. This is how the life goes off, and therefore memory is the factor which keeps us continuing in the same channel again. Therefore memory is subtler than the space. So smaranta naivane te kashana shrunuyana manviran vijaniya ityadi. Therefore one has to yadi there is no memory, he will not be able to understand, remember, or do anything. He will not be able to even hear anything properly. And therefore one should do the upasana of the smarana smriti as the Brahman. Now, स यहाँ स्मरम ब्रह्मेत्युपास्ते यावत् स्मरस्य गतम तत्रास्य यथा कामाचारो भवति. Now he who is doing the smarana, memory as the Brahman, then as much as he remembers, only up to there he goes. So the followers of the Shiva can think of only going to Kailash. Followers of the Vishnu, they will be going to the Vaikuntha. Musalman, they will go to the Hazrat Bal. See, therefore, whatever we are thinking or remembering, that becomes the ultimate, and therefore, yaha smaram brahmetyupa yava smarasya gatam tatrasya yatha kamacharo bhavati. So he will be going there and again coming back. Therefore, is there something, some more than this smarana? Yes, there is. What is that? Asha vava smarat bhuyaha. One by one. Asha is hope, expectation, desires. Unless there is a power of desire, asha, hope, we do not function. Therefore, I like Kathopanishad the most one, is only for this reason. The conclusion is ultimate. Yada sarve pramuchante kama yasya hridishritaha athamartyaha amruto hoti atra brahma samashnate. When one is free from all kinds of desires, desire-free experience is God realization. And in that God realization, the one who has given up the desires, he also disappears. Desireless existence. If we can catch these points which are given in our scriptures, you get examples everywhere in the world. Everybody is teaching us. But we are not ready or capable of learning. We all know, you must have also heard, in Bhagavad Mahapuran 11th canto, Bhagwan uh, Dattatreya, his story, his story is, in short, he was comfortably lying on the banks of Ganges, base of Himalayas. So there the king goes and asks, "Oh, hey Bhagwan, who are you? You are so happy, healthy, no worries. In your very presence, I am feeling something great. What is this? How can I get this happiness? You don't have anything. No kingdom, no army, no wealth, no family. How can you are so happy?" He said, "Therefore I am happy." "Then who taught you?" He said, "I got 2 dozen gurus." And his words are, "I have learned this thing from the space. I have learned this thing from the air." Guru cannot teach, the disciple has to learn. And even if the guru rejects, yet the disciple can learn. Take the example of Ekalavya. Dronacharya rejected him, but he became better than Arjuna. Therefore, the real guru, we all have to understand this principle. We have to learn from every experience of our life. So, what has to be learned? Then we have to take anything. Then for this object here, that Shankar, inside there is a space, outside there is a space. What is our understanding? This object is in the space. There is no division inside space, outside space. It is only apparent. It's not real. When this object breaks, if it is inside, outside was real, then after the breakage of the wall, because of which the inside, outside illusion has appeared, if the walls are broken, will the space come out of this and go to the total space? Because object is in the space. In the same manner, we are in the space. We are in the divine. We don't come and go anywhere. How important it is. Therefore, Ashava Vasvarat Bhuya mantra nadite. Because of this only we do the mantra with hopes, and if I go get this thing, that this thing, then with this only we remember all our work and do it. Therefore, remember what the purpose of your life. So, your Asha Brahma ityupaste Ashaya asya sarve kama संसृद्धति अमोघा अस्य अशेषा bhavanti. So, such a person who does the asha as the Brahma, then he is um, able to achieve whatever he wants, because he is committed to that, and therefore wherever is the destination of the asha home, there only he can go. And there is something more than asha. What is that? Something more. Prano va ashayaha bhuyan. Prana is the life principle, is much more than the thing, and all the things are ara nabho samarpita. So prana is the one, and only for a living being there are desires, asha, expectation. Therefore, everything is um, surrendered in this prana. Therefore, pranaha pranena priyati, pranaha pranam dadati, pranaya dadati. Prano hava pita, prano mata, prano bhrataha, and swasa prana, acharya prano, brahmana prana. So, prana alone is keeping everything going together. We are all together because we are alive. Prana is the most superior one. Then it is said here very beautifully, स यदि पितरम वा मातरम वा भ्रातरम वा स्वसारम वा आचार्यम वा ब्राह्मणम वा कश्चित वृषम इव प्रत्याह. Suppose a somebody, he has tortured or speaks very bad, etc., to his relations or anybody, then he will be condemned as that you are bad, you are not a good person, and etc. But if somebody is dead, and to that dead body, if you insult, nobody will say that you are insulting the body, because prana is not there. So wherever there is life, prana, that alone is the supreme, and therefore do the upasana of the prana. This upasana we can see in the lives of many Siddha Mahatmas. See? Like, take any Siddha Mahatma, Shirdi Sai Baba, we all know. When he is eating food, if some dogs come and eat in his plate, he will not object. If the words come, he will not object. Because he is not no more living at the body level, but at the life level. And therefore, those who are thus growing spiritually, and this is what happens in the Siddha Marga, because they are focusing completely only on the Prakriti. So the prana is the one. Prana is the expression of the divine. So after this prana is done, then prano vai etani sarvani bhavati sava esha evam pashan evam manvanam evam vijnanavan ativadi bhavati. And thus he comes to know the truth as the principle of life, and he is ativadi. He has correctly understood what is the meaning of the spiritual practice or what is the truth. And therefore, if somebody asks you, you should not hide. Yes, I know. I know Ativadi, meaning what? We have discarded everything and slowly come back to the principle of life. Life-wise, we are all one. Body-wise, we are different. Sense organs-wise, we are different. Then, but the expression of life is same. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, hunger, thirst, digestion, indigestion, health, disease, common for everybody. And therefore, प्राणो हवै एतानि सर्वाणि भवति सवा एष एवं पश्यन् मन्वाना एवं विज्ञान अतिवादी भवति. In this manner, he who comes to discover everything is nothing but the principle of life, he is called Ativadi, and that means he has correctly understood everything about the truth. Now, after this was said, now here a turn happens after this Shodasha Khanda. स एष नारदः सर्वातिशयं प्राणं स्वम् आत्मानं सर्वात्मानं श्रुत्वा न अतः परमस्ति इति उपरराम. Now Naradji thought, Acha, so life is the ultimate. Thereafter he didn't ask any question. Is there something more than life? He upararama, he kept quiet. And then na purvavat kim asti bhagavah pranat bhuyah iti paprachata. He didn't ask again, is there something superior than the prana? Like he was asking earlier, he didn't ask anything. Tamevam vikaranruta brahma vijnanena paritrushtam akrutartham paravartha satya ativadinam atmanam manyamanam yogya shishyam mithyagraha visheshan viprachavayan aha Bhagavan Sanat Kumaraha. Now, this Naradji has come to this point. Okay, this is the truth. Life is the truth. And he was content with that. This was wrong. Life is not the truth only. You have to go beyond life and death. You have to go beyond Jada Chetan. See? Vyaptam yena characharam tatpadam darshitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve namaha. Chara acharam. Normally what happens for all of us? Something being good means what? Only life is taken as the divinity. About this, I tell you one Mahatma in Vrindavan, it happened. Great Mahatma, very simple. Sitting, some people sitting, and he was sitting, some bhajan kirtan going on. He was calm and quiet. One person, must be very rich, all starched clothes and all that, like a minister type. And he entered, closed the door with the jhatka cut, left the sleeper on the way in the door, and kicking everybody, he came to Mahatmaji to do namaskar. Mahatmaji said, keep away, don't touch my feet. Go back. Keep the shoes properly. Say sorry to the door which you kicked. And all the people whom you kicked while coming, touch their feet. And then sit here. For them, even the shoes also are Bhagavan. See? Jada Chetana Bhed nahi hai. Because the truth is, we normally understand only the sentiency as God. What about inertness? Is it not in our dream? We experience the inert world also, the stones, the bricks, the river, the mountain, as well as the beings. Everything is one mind. Exactly the same way. Everything is Paramatma. And for that, our Vedanta Shastra tells that there are two things to be correctly understood. Brahman is simultaneously material and efficient cause of this world. Abhinna nimitta upadan karan. Now you take anything, it has got minimum two causes. Suppose you take a pot. So the pot is made of clay, so you require clay. And the clay by itself will not become a pot, you require a pot maker. So clay is the material cause and the pot maker is the efficient cause. So upadan karan and nimitta karan. When we buy a pot and come home, the pot maker doesn't come with us, but the clay comes. So if we have to recognize God is all pervading, so everything that we touch, therefore, according to our scriptures, when you touch Shivalinga, you are touching God. When you are touching a tricolor, you are not touching India. Because India's is tricolor. Today it is tricolor. Tomorrow we don't know, it may become any more. It can happen. Therefore, what is meant here is this. Do not be satisfied that only serving the people, helping the people, and then, not hurting anybody. This is all good, but that is not all. See, friends, this is the topic which many people are not able to digest it. We have to go beyond Jada Chetan. Then only the truth is revealed. So, तमेव विकारानृत ब्रह्म विज्ञानेन परितुष्टम अकृतार्थम. See, by this knowledge he became very fulfilled. No, he is not right. He is not complete. You have to go further. So, Atmanam Manyamanam Shishyam Yogyam. Now, he was a great student, Naraji, having known this. Then, Mityagra Visheshar Aprachayan Aha. So, he should not be misled by the wrong understanding. And therefore, Bhagavan Aha Sanat Kumaraha. Bhagavan Sanat Kumar said, Esha tu va ativadati yad aham vakshami na prana vijnana ativadi paramarthataha. So now he has come to understand that everything is jiva, life, life, life. But this is not the correct understanding. Therefore he said, Esha vatu ativadati yad aham vakshami na prana ativadi paramarthataha. Essentially, only life is not the ultimate knowledge. Then, yastu bhumakhyam sarvati krantam tattvam paramartha satyam veda so ativadi ityataha. Therefore, he who comes to know the infinite, bhuma means infinite. He who comes to discover this infinite reality, he alone has correctly understood what the truth is. So important. Therefore, it is said, Esha tu va ativadati, yaha satyena ativadati, soham bhagavaha satyena ati vadanoti satyam veva vijnasitavyam iti satyam bhagava vijnasasa iti. So, Sanat Kumarji tells him that one attains ativaditi means ultimate knowledge only by knowing the truth, the Satya Vastu, the ultimate reality, and therefore because of this only this relative world life principle can be known, and therefore one should now reflect on and think about the absolute reality, Satya, the Sadvastu, existence. So here this is one very important topic. Be attentive. See, the truth is Sat. The potentiality of the truth, Sat, is Chit. Like fire is Sat, burning power is Chit. Paramatma is Sat, Brahman is Sat. Kathopanishad also says, Asti iti upalabdhavyaha, tattva bhavina prasidati. The truth has to be recognized as mere existence. What we know, existence of. What we know, knowledge of. What we know, experience of. Delete these off parts. Existence by itself. See? And Sat. Now, this Sat, when we add a pratyay, twa, it becomes Sattva. Twa means what? Ness. Good, goodness, bad, badness. So, Sattva. Sattva means when we say, oh, he is a Sattvic Purusha. Meaning in him, Sat is expressing in full glory. He is not contaminated by the Upadhi. It's Sat. Now this Sat has its own potentiality, the Chit. See? And because of its own potentiality, the Sat, which is unmanifest, becomes manifest because of the potentiality. Like the fire is without form, everything. When it is unmanifest. Like fire alone is supporting the wood. So, supporting the table with the fire, but then how it is not hot? Because it is not manifest. When the fire becomes manifest, how it becomes manifest? By invocation of its own potentiality, the burning power. Where there is burning power, there is fire. And if there is no fire, that doesn't mean there is no burning power. It will never end. The fire can be extinguished. The principle of fire cannot be destroyed. Therefore, Sat, Chit is the potentiality. When they are separate, samsara begins. When they are one, samsara ends. When Sat and Chit are merged together, that merging is called as Ananda. So take a very gross example. Something you like, Shrikhanda. It is Sadvastu. And the experience of that Shrikhanda, whether it's sweet or not, is where in the tongue. So they are separate. Therefore, there is a desire. I must eat it. When that Shrikhanda lands on the tongue, what is the next reaction? Mouth closed, eyes closed. Ananda. Therefore, wherever Sat and Chit, they are separate, samsara begins. Where Sat and Chit do not separate, there is no samsara. The separation of the Chit is invocation of the potentiality. And then, because of that, something is born temporarily. In one place, probably in Portugal, somewhere I went, among so many audience, I was also sitting one. I was one of the speakers. First day, I had no talk. Second day was my talk. So, along with everybody sitting and listening, and everybody will go, and nobody will say even hello to me because I was not known to everybody there. So, I was sitting and enjoying. The next day, I had my talk. After my talk was over, they will not leave me. Take photographs and take the autograph and every kind of thing, And Swamiji, we will be missing you. We should have kept your lecture from yesterday only. All other people can go. You only give lectures. Now what has happened? I am like Sat. My speech is my potentiality. And because of that potentiality, I was known. Get this example clear. Paramatma is everywhere. We are unable to cognize the cause without reference to the effect. And the rule is, the unknown is indicated with reference to the known. Do you know Gupta ji? No, I don't know. You don't know him? No, I don't know. Do you know that Saxena? Yes, he is his son-in-law. Saxena, I know. His son-in-law, Guptaji. Now what I have known? Nothing. Reference is required. Then after that, I had contact with Guptaji, and I was cheated very badly. Again, somebody asked, do you know that Guptaji? Very well. No, I don't require Saxena's reference. Exactly the same way. Everything that we know is only an excuse. That by that we should reach the unknown. Therefore, world is known to us. Bhagavad Gita in the 15th chapter describes the world so exhaustively. And ultimately what says in the third verse? Narupamasyeha tatopalabhyate. Don't try to see the world which is the beginning where it is. Asanga shastrina drudena chitva. Don't get involved too much in this world. There is nothing like world which are got the roots above and branches below. See, Asanga shastrina means what? Be totally unattached. Means what? Just very simple. Attachment is an illusion. We are not attached to anything or anybody. Even to our own body, we are not attached. There was one boy, child, 5 years, 6 years. I was staying with him in Haryana many years before. He had a grandmother, great grandmother. So every morning he'll get up and wake her up. Dadima uto. One day, when he went, he pulled her this side. So she turned and her denture fell down. And he said, you don't understand. You put your teeth inside and all this. Wake up, wake up. But she was dead already. So the people told, no, 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 she will not get up now. She is dead and all that. How come no, she died, so she didn't wake up? He refused to sleep thereafter. I don't have to die. Because when somebody sleeps, dies. See? Then I told him, come here. In the afternoon, I take food and sleep. You just see. So he came and sat on my bed and watching me. And I was sleeping. After about half an hour, 1 hour, when I woke up, oh, you didn't die? I said, no, nobody dies because of sleep. Oh, thank you so much. See? If we were attached to the body, we will not go to sleep. But we do go to sleep. What is sleep? Completely withdrawal from the body identification. Again, you take your childhood, your house, your parents, your grandparents. How many of we remember? We know parents, grandparents, some of the third or fourth generation. Before that, not even a single thought comes in our mind. Therefore, asanga shastrena dridena chitva. Do not get wrongly identified with anything or anybody in this world. We are with everyone and yet beyond everyone. Like the space supports the temple, equally support the toilet. Because of the temple, space doesn't become holy. And because the toilet, space doesn't become unholy. With this knowledge, living is the real spiritual life. बाकी का सब ठीक है. Therefore, he says, एष तु वा अधिवदति यः सत्येन अधिवदति सोऽहं भगवः सत्येन अधिवदानेति सत्यम तु एव विजिज्ञासितव्य इति satyam bhagav vijignasa ityah. So when he was told that you have to know the satya, because of satya everything, so I want to know the satya, I do the jignasa of satya. And then the teacher continues in the next saptadasha khanda, yada vai vijanati atha satyam vadati na अविजानन सत्यम वदति विजानन्नेव सत्यम वदति विज्ञानम तु एव विजिज्ञासितव्यम इति विज्ञानम भगवो विजिज्ञास इति. See, a person who knows यदा वै सत्यम वदति विज्ञानात, he who knows the truth and then he speaks, then thereafter what happens? He will never be talking the lies. He will be always, because he is established in the reality, and therefore this is the absolute expression of the truth. Therefore, one should know this satya, this reality distinctly, clearly. So, how do we do that? Now, here the teacher continues that यदा वै मनुते अथ विजानाति नामत्वा विजानाति मत्वैव विजानाति मतिस्त्वेव विजानाति विजा विज्ञानासितव्यं मति भगवो विज्ञास आस इति यदा वै मनुते, when you reflect, mananam, the shravan is followed by mananam, then only you can know about it properly. Like, many times people ask us, Swami, what you do when you are all alone? I said, I get nice, messages, not WhatsApp. Then many different understanding pops up. Like we get a pop-up in our phone or anything, like that pops up. Now, like this, I told, if this pot breaks, will the air space go out? Another example. Think about it. In this glass, there is water. If I move the glass from place A to place B, along with the glass, the water will also move because water is inside. Imagine we have taken out the water. The glass is empty. Again, we are moving the glass. Now, the space in the glass, is it moving? Contents are moving, is it not? Space is also the content of the glass. Is moving. Space cannot move. This is what I do when I am all alone. Mananam. Space is outside. Yes. Space is inside. Outside of what? House. Inside of what? House. So, when we are conditioned by the house, we will be talking the language of in and out. Now, think from the spacer's point of view. From spacer's point of view, the house is in me. I am not in the house. Like in Bombay, they remove the Jhopadpatti and build a new huge building. So the Jhopadpatti space is taken away? No. And what is the understanding? Understanding is therefore that the house is in the space is not limited by the house. Go next step further. We'll go next time. You're already tired. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.